and go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the last round of the season here at the Norisring for the DTM Trophy. We bring you two drivers that are 3 points apart. They've been battling out all season long. It is between Will Tregertha, who will start on pole position and will have 0 ballast in his car, and Ben Green, who will start P5, and he will have indeed P2's worth of ballast in the car. But we know that Ben Green is an absolute rocket ship off of the line. So here it comes. It is going to be a super exciting race here. Hopefully you are all excited to see exactly what is going to go down. We've got ourselves 30 minutes of racing plus 1 lap to decide our DTM Trophy Champion 2021. Last year, it was sorted with 4 races to go. So it wasn't much fun with the last 4. We're going right down to the wire this year. So I'm absolutely pumped to bring you this. My name is Luke Crane. Hopefully you're excited as I am. And well, now is the time to get yourselves involved in the YouTube chat. Welcome to anyone watching around the world on television stations or on the DTM.grid website. But on YouTube, I'm keeping an eye on the chat. So let me know who you're supporting and let me know how you think this is going to go down. The fans have absolutely packed the stands today. It's a glorious day here in the Norisring in Nuremberg. Honestly, so super warm. Track temperature this morning actually caught everybody off guard. It was very, very chilly this morning. There's actually some frost on the grass, but now, wow, it is a glorious day. So the track temperature will be a little bit hotter. Thankful to say that we will be seeing Nico Verdonk and we will be seeing Lucas Mauron. So that is great news as well. Whether we're going to see Salonen or not is, well, it just remains to be seen. So I haven't seen his car as of yet, but here is P2 in the championship. 3 points behind, but starts at the front here. Needs to just go out and win. Simple as that. Go out, win the race. You are the DTM Trophy 2021 champion. He had no idea he had that pace in the car. He didn't feel like he could get into the 53s at all. Managed to indeed do so. There's the thumb up. The party bus is going, of course. Reinhard Koffler starts in second position, of course, yesterday. Started in second. Yeah, didn't go too well into turn number 1. We'll be looking to indeed have a better showing, that's for sure. But the KTMs, we'll be told to watch out for them this weekend, and they have yet to really show their serious pace. And look at this. What a lap it was from Stefan Cox, an incredible performance. Spoke to her after the qualifying session. She was super happy, of course. The team was super pumped. They were kind of down in the dumps because, of course, Nico Verdonk had that incident with Sebastian Cornely. But, well, when Stefan was indeed told to step up, she absolutely did. P3 for her. Michael Schrader, and he is in P4 for the Hoffa Racing by Bonk Motorsport team. And he will start on the second row of the grid alongside the Toyota. Also, you'll be very, yeah, it's very rare that you see P2 or the even number start on the inside line. And they do indeed have the inside line running up towards turn number 1. And here he is, your championship leader, Ben Green, for FK Performance Motorsport. They've been trading blows and taking the lead of the championship all season long of Ben Green and Will Tregertha. Are we going to see one more change of position? Or are we going to see Ben Green have the start of dreams like he did yesterday, and it is a 1v1. Fulgencio then, of course, got that podium yesterday. Could he potentially rise up here and get himself yet another one? So welcome to everybody on the YouTube chat. New Zealand, Jackie Chapman's watching 2 a.m. Well played. Ian McKay, welcome to the stream. Sophie Hoffman, starting in 7th position. Thea Uverhaus then. Does he have one more surprise up his sleeve for us race fans here? In the number 34, starts then on the 4th row of the grid. In P8. And then we've got the hometown hero, Moritz Lerner. How this car is on the grid is absolutely beyond me. Credit to the team. FK Performance Motorsport have really gone and pulled every single ace card they have in their pack left to get this car out on circuit. That was for yesterday, with only a week between races, but then the incident this weekend could have potentially ended his weekend, but it hasn't. He's back out there. It's good to see. Jan Zimmer will start in 10th position. A very chilled guy indeed. Yesterday, made it up from 12th to 6th position. Can he potentially make it up towards the podium spots today? Jody Emerson supporting Ben Green. Watching for Brentwood. Nice. Gabriel Piana, the number 3. Has some serious pace. Again, there's not a lot between these drivers. You go down to sort of 12th position on the grid, and they're separated by, you know, tenths, hundredths of a second. There is not a lot to choose between these drivers at all. And there indeed is Lucas Maron, so he does make it onto the grid. Has made it onto the grid, but there is a car missing. We have not seen the other Toyota of Nico Verdonk as of yet. And we have not seen the other AMG of Sanonen. So and there we go. There is Nico Verdonk, everybody's favourite Belgian. And he's got right directly behind him Sebastian Cornely, who indeed caused him a world of pain when it came to qualifying earlier. So hopefully they don't have it coming together. But it is about 2 drivers, 2 Brits, the battle of the Brits at the Norisring, to determine our champion of the DTM Trophy 2021. The inaugural champion was Tim Heinemann. He was in the championship during the season. Never really took off, to be completely honest. But this season it's been about Ben Green and it's been about Will Tregurtha. And they are going to duke it out over 30 minutes plus 1 lap. Ben Green yesterday started 7th. He got up into the lead after turn number 1. Is he going to be able to do the same again? He got a little bit of a helping hand from Reinhard Koffler, ultimately taking a couple of drivers out. But can he get that start once again? 3 points separates the 2. Tregurtha just needs to go out there, win the race. Easier said than done. As, yeah, Fulgencio just maybe not fueled enough. There we go. So there's a green flag. Pace car takes us round. We are ready to go. We've had 13 races so far this season. It has ebbed and flowed. We have seen multiple different winners, multiple different manufacturer wins, but now it's all about earning those prizes. Who's going to come out top here? We're about to find out. As they all head up towards turn number 1. Only 4 corners around this circuit. We've got the curved bend down in towards the chicane, which greets us at the exit of turn number 1, where there are 2 corners, turns 2 and 3. Once you come through here, you head down in towards the final corner, the most important corner on the grid. Here is your official grid though. Tregurtha, Koffler, row 1. Stefan Cox, Michael Schrey, row 2. Ben Green, Fulgencio, row 3. Hoffman and Theo Uverhaus are in row 4. Moritz Lerner and Jan Zimmer will make up row number 5. We've then got Gabriel Piana, Nico Verdonk, Laura Krahamer, Sebastian Cornely, and Lucas Maron. Of course, Nico Verdonk looked fast all weekend long here. How far can he go up the grid order? Keep an eye on that Toyota. Does have the maximum ballaster, of course, from winning yesterday's race. We've got 2 formation laps today before they do indeed line up 2 by 2 and we start our race. But here is the championship standings. Ben Green for FK Performance Motorsport leads by 3 points to Will Tregurtha. Tregurtha P1 on the grid, Ben Green P5. Nico Verdonk has got a healthy lead over Michael Schrey. If he can get himself into the points, he should be good to take that 3rd position. But it does indeed come down to this. All of the hard work from the teams, the drivers, it comes down to one solitary race. This is what we've wanted. We wanted it to come down to the last race. We've got our wish. Now let's hope we have an absolute classic on our hands. So P1 will earn 25 points, P2 will earn 18 points, P3 will earn 15. Then it's 12, and then it's 10. That's your top 5 points here. Difference between the front two is 3. Basically, if Ben Green could get himself up to second, maybe challenge for the lead, it will be a winner-takes-all situation. It's the finale, ladies and gentlemen. It's race 14 of the season. We're here at the Norisring. Will Tregertha's on pole. Reinhard Koffler second, waiting for those green lights to go out. 30 minutes plus 1 lap to go. And we are green light racing. And Reinhard Koffler has got an absolute fly. Look at Ben Green, though. Already up through the middle, up to P4. As there's going to be some side-by-side potentially between Michael Schrey and indeed Tregertha as they come up then towards turn number 1. Ben Green is going to make the move up the inside here of Tregertha. Up towards P3. And actually, is going to hold on to P3. There's a big spin in the background as well as Moritz Lerner ends up into the barrier. I think we're going to see our first safety car of the weekend here, and that is an Expo also into the wall. That's Reinhard Koffler, I believe. Yeah, Craig Hamer there with the orange car running down the circuit. And who is that there? That is, oh no, Stefan Cox. Best qualifying performance so far of the season. And it is, again, a carnage start to the race. I know they don't need the cars after this race, but could have got round the first lap. So unfortunate. Safety car is going to come out here. And, well, the lead is actually Michael Schrey. So Michael Schrey's P1. Tregertha's down to P2. And, well, we have got Ben Green right behind Tregertha. They are going to fight it out, ladies and gentlemen. We know that the AMG is not great in terms of getting off the line. And that is Piana. Piana's car not in great shape at all. And what has happened to Stefan Cox's car here? Looks in good shape here. We have not seen the right side of the car, though. And Reinhard Koffler, for 2 races in a row, is pretty much races over through turn number 1. Moritz Lerner, the hometown driver, his weekend and his championship are unfortunately over as well. Here's the race start then. So Reinhard Koffler gets a very good start. Look at Ben Green already up the inside then of Stefan Cox. And you can see that Michael Schrey then goes very late on the brakes here. Ben Green decides, do you know what? Nope, not getting involved there. It goes 3 wide. Tregertha and Lerner. Oh, it goes 5 wide. Reinhard Koffler had nowhere to go. Stefan Cox had nowhere to go. Moritz Lerner had nowhere to go. And we watched this end. Who else is involved here? It is 5 wide on the exit. So you've got on the inside then Hoffman. And you've also got Theo Overhaus. So there was 5 drivers trying to go through a pinch point. And ultimately, it was never going to work. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's Lerner and indeed Reinhard Koffler and Piana who are the casualties of this incident. So yeah, it's 5 wide on the exit, and it's really a racing incident. No one's genuinely at fault for that. It's unfortunate, but people are just trying to, you know, pinch a bit of space. Like Moritz is going to be very unhappy with Reinhard now. You watch it back and go, Koffler had nowhere to go. So there we go, we're getting towed away here. And poor Lerner, you've got to feel for the team as well. They have worked so hard to get that car out on track for the last 2 rounds. And for it to go like that, so unfortunate. Yeah, lots of fixing going to be needed. Lots of debris to be taken off of the circuit here. We're on lap number 3, and with 20 minutes 54 seconds to go. In terms of the championship lead, it is Tregertha and Ben Green. 18 points and 15 points. So as it stands, they would tie for the championship, and it would go to countback. So most first positions, if they're tied there, most second positions. So as it stands, it is going to be a tie in the championship. You could not write this. As the Ring Racing team are indeed looking as to what potentially has caused that. And 5 wide in the corner that just will not promote 5 wide. There are going to be some casualties. As Moritz then is going to be so distraught. Don't even think he'd be angry, he'd just be sad. He's been so he's had so much misfortune this season. A phenomenal driver, but just hasn't had the luck, and really has been a coming-of-age season as well. He's learned a lot. He realizes now that within any real-world championship, they just do not give as much space as they do in sim racing. You've got to be a bit more ruthless. But here we go. Look at this 5 wide here. Reinhard Koffler, Moritz Lerner. Yeah, there we go. Stefan Cox, Theo Uverhaus, and Sophie Hoffman on the inside. So it goes 5 wide. There's a pinch point, and then 2 cars with the casualties on the outside. And, well, 3, because Stefan Cox is also out of this race, I believe. We did see the car was stationary at one point. So Reinhard Koffler runs really deep here again. Just has not been able to nail turn 1 in the first lap. Yeah, it's just no one's got anywhere to go. Hoffman on the left-hand side, the full inside. Look at the yellow and blue Audi. Watch them hop over the curb. Like, there's no other room to go. So they're on the curb. And then, unfortunately, they just, they all pinch up. And then everybody else is just trying to avoid what's going down here. Nico Verdonk, ultimately, they're avoiding what's going on. And there we go. As you can see, the front right is snapped. We've had both rears snapped. Now the front right. Yeah, also the front right there. For Reinhard Koffler. I think Krahammer was in the pits there getting something fixed. But this is going to take some time to get that car off, I think. It's going to have to put on the flatbed because it's just not able to roll the car. That is true, Toki Code. Just no wriggle room. I'm never going to live that down, am I? Never going to live that down in my commentary. So with all that said and done, it looks like we've got 11 drivers left then. It definitely feels like the last race of the season, that is for sure. And well, who's going to come out on top? Tregertha or Ben Green? Right now, if they finish as they are, it will be a tie. Very interesting indeed. So Michael Schrey, though, let's not forget about Michael Schrey. He's managed to get himself up to the lead here. Again, a great start from the BMW. The BMW's are probably on raw pace the fastest car here this weekend. Maybe mix that with the Toyota. But in all fairness, there's not a huge amount of difference between all of the cars this weekend. Again, I feel like the balance of performance this year has been the best we've ever had. But I'm sure we'll see Moritz come back stronger. What a weekend it's been for Reinhard Koffler. Two races in a row, turn 1. Again, yesterday ran till the end of the race, but the incident that happened in turn 1 basically ended his race. And again, we see the incident once again. It doesn't get any prettier the more times you look at it. Piana tagged Jan Zimmer here, I believe. I think Jan Zimmer, watching the background here on the right-hand side of your screen. There's Jan Zimmer on the inside. Does he get tagged here? Yeah, he does. Look, hits in the rear. Oh. So Zimmer may have some damage as well. Say the wheels on the BMWs are so exposed. So the incident in turn 1 is under investigation. But I think they're going to need Poirot for this one. There's a lot to investigate. So Michael Schrey still leading them away. I think we're going to have another couple of laps here under safety car. So it's going to take a while to get that car up and also all of the damage left from the car. So I think we're going to have another couple of laps here. We've got 21 minutes left of this race. We're probably going to have some extra laps added on as well. But we are about to see Ben Green and Will Tregurtha genuinely duke it out. They are next to each other on track. Tregurtha's just ahead by 1 position. But this is the complete opposite of last year. We are going to see a proper fight for this. And that's exactly what we want to see. I saw the trophies earlier on as well. Ooh, they are nice. Very nice indeed. Very worthy of the hard work all the drivers and all the teams have put in this year. So across the line they come. We're on lap number 9 now. We've done not even 1 corner, unfortunately. And there we go. Live championship points is confirmed. Ben Green and Will Tregurtha would be tied, but Ben Green would be your champion. It could not be any closer. I don't need to hype it up. This is a proper shootout right now. So Ben Green will be told right now, just you can stay in P3. You do not need to be worried about anything else. You can just stay in P3. Will Tregurtha is going to be told you need to get up into P1. So Tregurtha wins this race. He is the champion. But if he finishes P2 and Green is in P3, that is all she wrote. It will be Ben Green's title. If Tregurtha got to the lead and Ben Green finished second, it would be Tregurtha's too. The Donkin 7th place could be a huge factor in this championship. Mark my words, that Toyota has got some unreal pace. So there we go, KTM on the flatbed. Will be taken down towards the chicane. They'll sweep up. And we are good to go. So we're going to have a couple more laps, maybe. It's a very short lap here. So we'll have a couple more laps underneath the safety car, or behind the safety car, should I say, not underneath it. And then we are good to rock and roll. And the Battle of Norisring will indeed continue. So across the line they come once again. Now they're all going to start to warm those tyres up. We know it takes a good few laps, but with the track temperature, it is really warm right now. One of the warmer days of the season, to be honest. And there we go, Reinhard Koffler being taken away. And you can see that that is being cleared up brilliantly as well. So well done to the marshals. Without them, we do not have a race. That is a fact. And they once again have smashed it. But now it's time for the race to resume. That's what we're here for. We want to see this championship fought. Not sure whether the flatbed's going to get down to that chicane quick enough for us to have a restart on the next lap. On this lap, maybe the next lap. So again, you're going to see them frantically moving left and right, get some heat into those tyres. And we are nearly at the halfway point of this race. But Michael Schray leads here then. Tregurtha second, Ben Green in third. They are tied on points in a live championship as it stands. Ben Green would be your champion though on countback. As there are still so many fans in the stands. Regardless of what happens, Will Tregurtha, Ben Green, they need to indeed take a bow. They've been incredible this season. They've put on some incredible racing, respectful racing. For our viewing pleasure, I have thoroughly enjoyed it. But neither of them are going to leave anything out on the table now. This is where it gets really exciting. Thea Overhouse P4 as well. He'd love another podium. Sophie Hoffman in P5, best position so far this season. We then got Fulgencio, would love another podium today as well, this weekend. Then we got Verdonk P7, probably going to be the quickest car out there once we restart. Keep an eye then on Jan Zimmer if he doesn't have any damage. Lucas Mauron, that Audi is a rocket ship in a straight line. The hot temperatures here, though, might indeed kill off any potential advancements to the front. They got Cornely in 10th and Krahamer in 11th position. Jackie Chapman, probably the most important. Probably the most important. So safety car still out. I guess there's a few things that they need to sort out. Maybe there's some oil on circuit. I don't see anyone there trying to fix it. So I would imagine we're good here. So we are going for a formation restart. Safety car is officially coming in this lap. So here it comes. It's Michael Schrey and Tregurtha on the front row. Ben Green will try and get ahead as soon as he possibly can, but he will be the driver that will take the least amount of chances. Will Tregurtha is going to have every BMW under the sun trying to make a move on him here. Down in towards that final corner we go. Again, Michael Schrey is going to take us away here. Next door to him, though, is Tregurtha. He does have the inside line, so that is a bit of an advantage. But we know that AMG does not tend to get off the line too well. Just in behind, Ben Green in the number 10, in 3rd spot. And then we've got Theo Uverhaus in 4th position. We are waiting for those green lights. And we've got a second restart here then. It is indeed the DTM Trophy 2021 finale. Who is going to come out on top then? As we're eagerly waiting for them to go. And Michael Schrey does indeed get them going. And I tell you what, Fulgencio is the one with the best start here. Theo Uverhaus with a really poor start, actually. And Fulgencio then looking to try and get involved here. Although Uverhaus recovers nicely. His second phase is superb. Michael Schrey then just closing the door. As there's potential bit of contact between Ben Green and Tregurtha. Ben Green trying to find that gap up the inside, but he knows that P3 is good enough. Does not need to be getting any unneeded penalties. Down towards that chicane we will come. 13 minutes, 30 seconds left on your watches here. As Nico Verdonk is flying through the pack, and that is not what Ben Green is going to want to see, that is for sure. So he's only got one more driver to get past here, and that will be indeed Theo Uverhaus. And then Ben Green will be very, very worried indeed as we come then down through the final corner, the most important corner on the race circuit here. You've got to maximize your exit speed hugely with those bumps as well. So easy to make a mistake, and Tregurtha's got a very good run out of here, but look how quick the BMWs are in a straight line. Michael Schrey is able to just drive away ever so slightly. Everyone trying to gain a bit of an advantage in the slipstream as we head down towards turn number 1. Schrey's going to just about hit the apex. They look like he's going to run wide, but the front 3 then are as close as you would want them to be. It's still Will Tregurtha. Oh, drive-through penalty for Michael Schrey. Michael Schrey's gone too early. So he's gone too early on the restart here. He is going to have a drive-through penalty. Will Tregurtha is going to lead this race. So all of a sudden now this becomes very interesting indeed, because if it is indeed Tregurtha that leads this race, he will win the championship. It's as simple as that. As we head then down in towards that final corner, Tregurtha tries to find a little bit of wiggle room. There we go, said it correctly, but unfortunately not able to do so. And Schrey then will have to take his penalty within 3 laps. But as it stands, Tregurtha is going to inherit the lead of this race, although Ben Green is very close behind. Tregurtha is going to go defensive here for sure. Up towards turn number 1 they go. And here they are, the championship contenders are side by side. Ben Green then trying to find a bit of room to work with here. Tregurtha covers them off nicely. And that is the first of, I would imagine, many, many battles we are going to see over the next 11 minutes of this race. Down towards that chicane they come. Ben Green again just trying to get into the mirrors then of Tregurtha. And ultimately, nothing happens from that. As they run them down towards that final corner once again, and Schrey will potentially get out their way this time. Tregurtha has to go defensive again. Ben Green will open up that corner. And Michael Schrey here is really the joker in the pack, as Ben Green has got the run, I think. Tregurtha gets straight across the bonnet there. defensive as early as he possibly can. These two battling for position, though, is given the opportunity then for Schray to drive away. Ben Green, though, forcing Tregurtha to stay on that inside line, forcing him to be squared up here. And I'll tell you what, Ben Green's got the nose ahead this time. Tregurtha late on the brakes. Ben Green round the outside once again. And maybe we're going to see this every single lap. Tregurtha, oh, he didn't need to squeeze him off. Ben Green could not get that power down. And this championship battle is getting even more exciting. They are going to give it absolutely everything. And well, add into the factor here that Uverhaus is just in behind, and Nico Verdonk, more than likely will have one of the quicker cars on the grid coming at them. Michael Schray will have to bring the car in now. So the new race distance has just been 30 minutes plus 3 laps. So 3 laps added on to the DTM Trophy 2021. Well, that is not what Will Tregurtha would have wanted to hear, that's for sure. Only 10 minutes, 25 seconds to go, and Will Tregurtha now has taken the lead of this race. We have had 13 races and 20 minutes so far in the DTM 2021 Championship, and it comes down to Tregurtha versus Ben Green. They are P1 and P2. Tregurtha runs a little bit wide there. Green not able to get that power down. Well, this is going to the end for sure. Lap number 18 of this race. We're under the 10-minute mark now as well, as Michael Schray comes out at the back of the pack. It's as simple as that. For the, I guess, he wasn't in the right grid position. Oh, so there you go. He started a little bit too far back. So he was supposed to be in 4th spot, and he started a little bit too far back. So he's tried to get a run, hasn't he? So he's tried to use the space in front of him to get a run, and ultimately he got caught out. That is a slam dunk penalty for sure. But anyway, on to the front 2. As it stands there, live championship points is 244 points for Tregurtha. Ben Green is on 240 points. Can Ben Green potentially make an overtake here? He has to. It's as simple as that. He has to overtake to win this championship. It is going to be who crosses the line first wins the DTM Trophy 2021. It is as simple as that. I don't need to do any mathematics. You don't need to do any mathematics. It is between these two at the front. 8 minutes, 57 seconds to go. It is still Tregurtha leading Ben Green. Down towards that final corner they come. And actually, you can see here, Ben Green potentially looking to make it a little nibble. Not quite close enough. But I tell you what, that is a big close-up there of that BMW badge. That's going to be ingrained in Tregurtha's mind. And I tell you what, on the exit of the final corner, Green got a very good one. Tregurtha, not so much. And this is as close as they've been as they run across the start-finish line. On lap number 19, Ben Green trying to find a little gap up the inside. Tregurtha again, defending that inside as if his life depends on it. Late on the brakes they will come. Tregurtha hits the apex, but Ben Green's got the overlap here. And is he going to get on the power early enough? No, he's not. Tregurtha hangs on. Brilliant stuff from both of them so far. And I feel like there's going to be more chances taken as longer this race goes on. Through the chicane they come. The fans in the stands now are being treated to an absolute spectacle here in Germany. But can Ben Green find that gap? That is the question. Tregurtha then is going to be sent. Wow, this is not going to work out too well for him here. He will not be able to open up that corner. He will not be able to get the power too early. The bumps now are going to be an absolute nightmare for Tregurtha. Ben Green trying to find that gap, and instantly Tregurtha moves to the left-hand side of the circuit. Does not want to leave that door open. And as we head then up towards turn number, we know the BMW is better in a straight line. Has he got the car fully alongside here? He's fully ahead, I think, going in towards the... Oh, he's got him. Into turn 1, he's got him. So can Tregurtha get on the power here and hold on to the lead? Well, he's not going to have the inside line through the chicane. Ben Green had to do it. He had to get the move done. Is he going to make it stick down towards the chicane? And Ben Green leads. He leads not only the race, he leads the championship. Tregurtha, though, forces him to run wide into the chicane. Theo Uverhaus now involved for the battle for the lead here as they head down in towards the final corner. It is roles reversed. Tregurtha now in second position, opens up the final corner, and there's contact between the two of them. Ben Green and Tregurtha do indeed have a little bit of contact here, and now Uverhaus comes through. There's two BMWs fighting now towards the lead of this race. Tregurtha's going to get mugged off. Across the line they come, and it's now third position. Flashing of the lights there from Uverhaus. He will not care one iota. He is here to win races, nothing more, nothing less. So having a 16-year-old involved in this is absolutely brilliant for us watching at home. Through turn number 1, one they come, and Tregurtha now, he has got to put in the drive of his life. He's put in the qualifying lap of his life. Now he needs the drive of his life. Ben Green going defensive there. Tregurtha trying to squeeze him onto the apex to force a poor exit out of, indeed, turn number 4. But ultimately, Ben Green, with an exceptional move, it took 3 corners to get it done. Look at that, just gets across the bumper here. Tregurtha was still alongside. Brilliant from both of them. Again, there's a little bit of contact, but the respect is just huge. Massive respect. It's been like this all season. They are not going to take each other off this circuit to win a championship. They're not all about that. So this is phenomenal stuff from them both here. As we come then down towards that chicane, you see it once again. Ben Green does run a little bit wide, but it's perfect. He holds onto the position. That's all he had to do. It doesn't matter how much time he loses. He, again, now takes a different line through turn number 1 because he's got no one to really defend from. And Ben Green has now put himself in a position here to win this championship. He's on 247 points. It's 234 for Will Tregurtha. Tregurtha has to get up to second at the very least here. But I tell you what, I'm not sure now he's behind. He's got the pace. I think Ben Green is going to be able to drive away here. 5 minutes to go of the season. And Ben Green, he's definitely not had it easy this season. He has had to do it the hard way. And this could be an outstanding ending to an outstanding season for an outstanding driver. Front 3, though, as it stands, Ben Green, Overhaus, and Tregurtha. We've got Verdonk, Jan Zimmer up to P5, Fulgencio P6, Maurer on P7, Hoffman in P8. We've got Schrey and Cornely as your top 10. Krayhamer down in 11th spot then. And Tregurtha needs to make a move here, needs to indeed get on with it. He grabbed too much curve there, and all of a sudden, he was looking to make a move on Overhaus in front, but Nico Verdonk is looking to try and get onto the podium himself. Through the chicane again. Ben Green now nearly a second ahead. He was patient. It took him 20 minutes. He was behind the safety car for 10 of them. But he waited for his opportunity. He started P5, and now he's in the lead of this race. Ben Green is just driving away. Sensational from Green. Nico Verdonk now right behind Tregurtha. Tregurtha defended for his life. It was a brilliant performance at the start of this race, but unfortunately, it's looking more and more unlikely that he's going to take home the championship here. But this is going to be in the history of DTM Trophy. Yes, we're only 2 years old, but we are all black, white flag for Ben Green here. So that's a warning. Unnecessary roughness. I'm going to be honest, considering what we've already seen today, ladies and gentlemen, there's not really a lot in it. I guess he did move. He didn't move left, did he? So there's a black and white flag. There's a warning. He'll take that all day long. But in the grand scale of things, DTM Trophy, you know, this championship's going to run for season upon season. It's going to run for decade upon decade. This will go down as a classic championship. I'm telling you that now as Cornely comes across the line. He's actually about to be lapped by everybody over the next 3 minutes and 3 laps. Actually, no, he's a bit too far on the road, potentially. Ben Green then takes his black and white flag warning. I think someone else is receiving one here as well, actually. So as we head up towards turn number 1, it's going to be Ben Green leading the way. Theo Overhaus in second position. Can Theo potentially make a charge towards the lead here? And we maybe have some late fireworks in this championship. Never write these drivers off. They have provided us entertainment. They've provided us shocks time and time again. Is there one more up that BMW driver's sleeve in second position? Can he potentially find a way to gap towards Ben Green? Slow Ben Green down enough for Tregurtha to be involved here for a run for the lead of this race, for the lead of this championship. Looks a little bit too far back here, Ben Green. He will not be thinking that whatsoever. He will not be looking in his rearview mirror right now as well. He'll be hitting every single braking point. The brake now will feel heavier than it's ever felt. He'll be feeling like he's not pushing the throttle pedal all the way down. He's going to be trying to put the throttle pedal through the floor. He's going to be trying to be over precise with the wheel. It's going to start to shake. He's getting nervous. He's done the hard work. All he's got to do now is just hang on for another 5 minutes, and he will be our 2021 champion. He was our junior champion last season. Can he go one better? Can he take the overall this season? Of course, there's no junior championship. There is only the overall. Can he get it done? Through the final corner they come once again. And they're about to start the 5th from last lap. Do the tyres of the BMW hold on? Do they go off like they have done many times before? Tregurtha will be hoping that something's going to go awry here. The flashing of the lights. Maybe a last attempt there to force a mistake as Ben Green runs wide, but he does tend to take a nice wide line to try and get the power a little bit earlier. As you can see visibly, not lost too much time. That's the one thing I've noticed this season, that Ben does tend to take different lines from most other drivers. It obviously works. He is 4 laps away from picking up the biggest trophy he has ever won. Tregurtha and Ben Green are serial second-place finishers. As much as they are incredible drivers, one of them had to break a duck this season if they were to win the championship. As it stands, it is going to be Ben Green. As we come up across the line to start what will be the last lap of the timed, and then we've got 3 laps remaining. Tregurtha again flashing those lights. I think Overhaus may be struggling for pace here, as that was definitely not that intentional. Running wide's one thing, running that wide definitely is not what Ben Green wants to be doing. So the nerves for sure are coming into play. Through the chicane they will come once again. Nico Verdonk and Jan Zimmer, they're battling for P4. They're not in the hunt for the top 3. Tregurtha is closing in on Overhaus. And I think you're going to see a late lunge at least for P2 at some point. He has to do it. He's got to take his chances. But the BMWs are looking super, super strong. Here we go to 3 laps remain of this race. Ben Green across the line. He's got a healthy advantage now, hasn't he? 7/10 of a second. It rises to 8/10 of a second. Tregurtha closes the gap on Overhaus. The lights are flashing once again. Jan Zimmer looking for a little nibble here on the Supra. Is he going to be able to get it done? No, he's not. He's going to be forced to run wide. Nico Verdonk holds on to that top 4 once again. Through the chicane they will come. Tregurtha is as close to Overhaus as he's been all race long. You're going to see him send it at some point. I'm not sure whether he's quite close enough to do it in towards that final corner. But I think you'll find into turn number 1, with only 2 laps to go as they cross the timing beam, he will have a go. Ben Green will win this championship by 13 points. And they are not 13 points apart in terms of their performance this season. If there was ever a championship where there could be 2 winners, for me, this will be the championship. But as we know, there is no such thing as 2 winners in a motorsport championship. We are going to be awarding it to just one of them. Either of them would have deserved it. Theo Overhaus, his time will come. Running in the top 3, is this a sign of things to come? Theo Overhaus is the breakout star for sure this season. He is someone that you do need to remember the name of. He is going to be smashing it for a long time in this future. As Tregurtha gets a very, very good exit out of that chicane. It's as close as he's been so far. And does he try it now? He has to. There's only 1 lap to go as they cross the line here. But again, he doesn't. Well, there we go. He does. He jumps over the curb here. It leaves the room on the exit as well. That is a sensational move. He had to get something done. He's on the power nice and early. Overhaus, though, is not going to let it be done easily. Fair play to both of these drivers. Overhaus could have squeezed them a bit more, and Tregurtha could have chucked them in the wall. Neither of them did anything. This has been a DTM Trophy all season at the front. Superb from both of them, side by side then. And even when it comes to the last lap of the championship, they are putting on an absolute show. We are on the last lap of this race. The flashing of the lights there. 1 last attempt to make Ben Green make a mistake. And Ben Green comes through that chicane for the very final time. We've got 1 corner to go here for Ben Green. He's got that little elbow right-hander to set himself up for the braking zone. And can he get the car stopped here? Again, his legs are going to feel like they're shaking. They're not shaking. He's out the final corner here on the power well. Gets close to the wall. Ben Green, junior champion of 2020. But for the 2021 DTM Trophy, he is the champion overall. Congratulations to Ben Green. Tregurtha fought with everything, but it just wasn't quite enough. Those 2 have been absolutely sensational. Uverhaus is going to finish in 3rd spot. Verdonk finishes in 4th. Zimmer in 5th. But it's all about Ben Green. You can see them trying to go side by side here just to put the thumbs up. They do get on. They genuinely get on as people. And they have just put on an incredible championship. I have had an absolute blast this season. These two are superstars in the making themselves. As you can see, the garage is just over the moon with what they've just seen. FK Performance Motorsport. There are tears everywhere, as you would expect. Everybody's super, super happy with how things have gone. Not a dry eye in the house. I'm not crying, you are. Down in towards the final corner again. It's not much of a victory lap around here, but you know he is going to be super, super chuffed. All the hard work throughout the season, turning up to every race, the trials and tribulations, 2 races every weekend. You've got a turnaround of about 3 hours between qualifying and races, so anything that goes wrong, you've got to get that car fixed. And it is all worthwhile when you get to this point. He will be so excited to get out of the car. Incredible drive. The fact that Tregertha was in the lead of the race and Ben Green had to overtake him to win the championship. It went down to the wire. This is what we wished for at the start of the season. We got our wish. Phenomenal, phenomenal championship. P1. You could just see how much it means to everybody. Exceptional stuff. So you've got a feel, of course, for P2. Will Tregertha, he gave everything. Look at him, straight over to congratulate him. Amazing championship battle. And I think we're going to see these two battling in different championships for years to come. Two sensational drivers.
Oh shit, yeah. So, oh, do we need to? Yeah.
Here's the moment he would have been thinking from race 1 and working so hard towards from race 1 to get that checkered flag, to get that championship win. Ben Green, you deserve it. Congratulations. Great respect shown from great friends. Again, side by side, down the back straight as well. The beer will taste sweet tonight, that's for sure. And just a quick mention to everybody watching around the world, on whatever platform you may be watching. The drivers, the teams, DTM themselves have been incredible during this championship. We've tried something new. We've tried to engage the audience. I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you tuned in every single week. You've been an absolute pleasure to commentate for. And I tell you what, we have got something very, very special here indeed.
des Jahres.
But once again,
Ben Green.
congratulations, Ben Green.
An der
Das
Ziellinie
große Finale
am
hier auf dem Norisring und wir fangen an mit der Lauferung. Auf Platz 3 aus Belgien. Riesenapplaus für Nico Verdonk. Um die Meisterschaft gekämpft. Das letzte Rennen auf Platz 2 beendet. Sein Name William unser Zweitplatzierter. Als siegreiches Team begrüßen wir auf dem Podium FK Performance Motorsport, stellvertretend der Teamchef Martin Kemmerer. Gratulation! Damit kommen wir nun zu unserem Sieger des großen Finales in der DTM Trophy. Er kommt aus Großbritannien, fährt die Startnummer 10 und heißt Ben Green. Congratulations! Und damit würde ich sagen, zur Ehre des Siegers Ben Green hören wir nun God Save the Queen. Gentlemen, well deserved, and now it's time to take your trophies. Thank you very much. A big smile on the face for this final of the DTM Trophy 2021. And as everyone is happy, now it's time for champagne!
So there you have it. It is confirmation that Ben Green is the champion of the DTM Trophy 2021 for the FK Performance Motorsport team. Congratulations to him. Will Tregurtha, he battled and battled and battled. Wasn't quite good enough. 237 points for him, but those two have put on a hell of a show. Here's your official race results. Ben Green, P1. Will Tregurtha is in P2. Nico Verdonk, P3. Jan Zimmer, Fulgencio, your top 5. Mauron, Hoffman, Schrey, Uverhaus, and Cornely as your top 10. Hoffman with the best performance of the season. Congratulations to Sophie. Kraehamer, Piana, Cox, and Lerner. Unfortunately, Kraehamer out of that list is the only driver that managed to finish.
So, ich krieg das Go und damit sind wir auch bereit zur Ehrung der Gesamtwertung. Und wir fangen an mit dem Team-Champion in der Saison 2021. FK Performance Motorsport holt sich den Titel und ist vertreten durch Martin Kemmener, den Teamchef. Gratulation! Es war ein Kampf bis zum letzten Rennen, fast bis in die letzte Runde um die Meisterschaft. Wir fangen an mit dem Drittplatzierten. Sein Name Nico Verdon, Dritter der DTM Trophy 2021. Um die beiden Topplätze spannend bis in die letzte Runde. Unser Vize-Champion DTM Trophy 2021 kommt aus Großbritannien und heißt William Tregertha. Congratulations! Kommt ebenfalls aus Großbritannien. And his name is Ben Green. Durch den Sieg in der Meisterschaft und jetzt erneut die britische. Vielen herzlichen Dank, was für eine Saison, was für ein Finale in der DTM Trophy. Und damit kommen wir jetzt erstmal zu den Pokalen. Und wir fangen an mit FK Performance Motorsport. Aus den Händen des dreifachen DTM-Champions René Rast gibt es jetzt erstmal die Trophäe für den Team-Champion in der Trophy, für den Teamchef Martin Kemmener, stellvertretend für FK Performance Motorsport. Glückwunsch! Wir haben Carsten Lichtlein, den Handball-Torwart der GWD Minden, mit dem Pokal für unseren Drittplatzierten in der Meisterschaft. Der Pokal für Nico Verdon. Gratulation! Und damit nicht genug, es gibt auch noch einen Geldpreis. 25.000 € für Platz 3, wohlverdient Platz 3 in der DTM Trophy 2021. Die Basis für professionellen Motorsport in den kommenden Jahren. Kommen wir nun zum Zweitplatzierten. Wir haben den fünffachen DTM-Champion Bernd Schneider und er hat den Pokal für unseren Vize-Champion in der DTM Trophy 2021. Die Trophäe für William Tregertha. Congratulations! Natürlich auch Gratulation an die anderen Protagonisten da vorne. Und auch Bernd Schneider macht doch mal die Brieftasche auf, zieht da einen großen Scheck raus und überreicht ihn an unseren Zweitplatzierten, an William Tregertha. 50.000 € für Platz 2 in der DTM Trophy in der zweiten Saison ihrer Geschichte 2021. Und nun kommen wir zum Champion und dem ganz großen Pokal. Aus den Händen des dreifachen DTM Champions René die Trophäe für unser Champion Ben. Ja, und auch hier gibt es noch einen Geldpreis in Höhe von 75.000 € für den Sieg der DTM Trophy 2021. Große Freude auf dem Podium. And now, gents, please take your trophies up to the air, get together for our picture. Und anschließend gibt's die Dusche. Diesem tollen Finallauf hier auf dem Norisring. I think, guys, that's enough. Now it's time for champagne.